Hello, Scoobians. How y'all doing? I got me some love mail. Never had love mail before. Okay. So, I tried to do this video once and failed. So I had to do some Googling to figure out, because I've never seen cardamom seeds before or angelica seeds before, so I didn't know which was which. So this is the Syrian rue, and she said that Syrian rue comes with a mixture of herbs. There might be a little bit of frankincense, a little bit of so on and so forth. But we're gonna take the tiniest of pinches. Oh, you can hear it. Oh, and they dance. Oh, that's so awesome. It smells really, really warm. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It just smells warm. Let's try a little bit more. So this is the Syrian rue on the coal. Now the little seeds, they bounce around as they heat up, so you'll have to kind of be a little bit careful when you burn them. Now she said that they have in the Iranian, I believe it's an Iranian tradition, there's a little thing, and you'll see this in her video, but there's a little thing that they put the Syrian rue into, and then they'll put it on the stove, and that'll heat it up, kind of like what it's doing here. Oh yeah, that smells really good. Let me get my feather. I need more geese to come into this area so they can drop their feathers. This one's getting pretty ratty. Oh, that smells really good. I like that. I really do. But they have this little, it looks like, the best way to describe it is it looks like a popcorn thing, but it's not. So you put it on the stove and you heat it up, and then they'll walk around and they'll, is this too hot for me to lift? Oh no, excellent, it's not. So they'd walk around and they'd go to each corner of their house and kind of like purify it, right? So, I really like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna put on some of this mixture that she sent me. Now, I don't know if this is just a regular random incense mixture, but it looks like there's lavender in here for sure. Oh my god, that smells so amazing. I never want to burn this stuff because I never want to run out. Oh, I really like that. So these are the cardamom seeds, and these are the angelica seeds. So what we're gonna do, oh my god, I really do like this, is we're gonna make an incense now, because that is the whole purpose of why she sent me all of this stuff. So I think this is the incense mixture that is, what is this called? I don't have her video up. I think this is the S-Fan mixture. I could be horribly wrong, and she'll be able to comment below. But when I was watching her video, or pulled it up today, I saw a video right above it that I think was titled S-Fan Incense, and it had a picture with very similar looking herbs to this. So I think this is the mixture, because I did ask her to send me the mixture and to send me the ingredients loose. So I think this is the mixture, and then everything else is the separate ingredients that would be used to make it, except for obviously lavender and roses. Oh, this smells so amazing. Okay, so we have to get out our trusty trusties. So I'm gonna be putting in some of my herbs. So give me a minute to grab some stuff that I think would go really well with this. I'll be right back. Okay, everybody, I'm back. Like, oh my god, I'm like totally back. So I got a bunch of herbs here. I don't know if we'll use everything, but I thought we could make an incense out of some of this love mail. And I think she said she's gonna be selling the Syrian rue on her site at some point, I think. She said she'll be carrying the Syrian rue incense as well as some other herbs and also handicrafts from Iran, which are used in folk magic, on my Etsy channel in the future. So I'm not sure if the Maha treasure box is her Etsy channel or if that's just her personal channel, but if I can find her Etsy shop, I'll link it down below as well and might spend some monies when I get paid. But I would really like to get, like, if she starts selling Syrian rue, I might buy a lot of it. Yeah, so like a small amount should go a long way. Do I have my spoon over here? Now I have to get up and get a spoon. So I got a spoon, just the small one. Now I never normally measure out ingredients, but I don't really have a lot of things to work with, so I want to have a small amount. Now I'm gonna try and make I'm gonna make a small amount of incense first and see how that smells. And then if I like that, I'll just make a bigger version of it. So I wanted to also talk about a couple other things aside from this fabulous love mail. Thank you very much for sending this to me. Oh God. Thank God everything here has plasticky bags. Somebody commented yesterday and said that they don't like the language that I use on my show. I'm just gonna put this out there. First of all, season 3 now has a warning before the show even starts, telling you that this will probably, like, whether it's a working, whether it's shadow work, whatever it might be, they all have warnings on them now to state that the preceding program may contain adult language and coarse humor and opinions you may not agree with, so proceed with caution. I'm doing this because I'm getting a lot of these messages lately, and quite frankly, you know, this is my channel, and I'm gonna use whatever language I feel appropriate or necessary. I'm gonna say cunt 5 fucking times in a row if I want to, and if you don't like that, there's an unsubscribe button for a reason. So, I'm gonna put a little bit of sage into this, like probably just, we'll start with one of these. I think the intentions I want for this incense is to bring protection and to bring some clarity and to help me see what can't be seen. Let me put this little sage thing on here. Actually put in one more. So we want some protection, we want some clarity, and we want to be able to open our eyes and see. That could be whether you're seeing the true side of a person that you're friends with, or or if someone's trying to show you something, they're trying to point something out and you're really blind to it. Okay. But yeah, as I was saying, you know, I do have a lot to offer, and I've got a lot of knowledge, and I'm not going to toot my own horn, so if this sounds conceited or whatever, then you know, whatever. But I do consider myself a pretty powerful witch. However, at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit here and be fucking monotone with you people. I'm going to use outrageous examples and craziness, and, you know, that's who I am on YouTube. Not necessarily who I am in person, but definitely who I am on YouTube. Now, season 3 is definitely more relaxed. We do a lot more things where we're making a lot more different types of incense and oils, and we're doing workings, and it's very similar to when I started YouTube, but, you know, there's still some opinions. There's a blog that I found where it's called something like Wicca Sucks Redux or something, and they have some opinionated posts that I agree with, and you know, we go through that, so you know, it does get a bit controversial. But if you're not a fan of, you know, the sarcasm or the sass or whatever, then I don't really know, like I can't really offer you anything, because I'm not going to be like every other witch on YouTube where they just sit here boringly telling you the same shit you've heard 1,000 fucking times. So now that we have the sage in here for protection and cleansing and clarity and eye-opening, I'm going to put in a little bit of Beth root, which I use for protection and curse breaking and that kind of thing. I'm just mixing this around with my hands because I feel that sometimes when you're working with herbs, you really just want to put your hands in there. I mean, yeah, you could get the mortar and pestle, but I just feel like putting my hands in here. I was really excited to get love mail. I was also kind of nervous at the same time because I do have a lot of haters. Like from... I wonder if Beth root is in here. Because I'm forgetting its magical properties, but I'm 75% sure that I'm using it correctly. It's not. Sometimes I will literally forget the meanings of herbs. I only have this book out because she said Syrian rue was in Scott Cunningham's book, and it's not. I don't want to lose the feathers. There they go. I'll tape those into my Book of Shadows later. Yay, feathers. What was I talking about? Oh yes, so I do have a lot of things to offer, and I do have a lot of opinions, and some of them are very controversial. And I do have a lot of enemies from, you know, willow. So I'm putting in some patchouli, by the way, just a pinch. You know, I've got Willow, and I've got Derry, and all of Derry's friends, and all of Willow's stupid friends, and I don't know where I'm going with this. I guess I'm just trying to say, you know, this is my channel, and I'm gonna upload what I want to upload. And, you know, people are right. I do have a lot of good content, and I've got a lot of knowledge, and I do a lot of research. So I think this is the Angelica seeds. I'm just gonna put in a little bit because there's not a lot here, and I've never seen these be sold anywhere online. So like just the tiniest amount, probably like a pinch. I use Angelica stuff to call on the angels, or to have a better connection with Mother Mary or any of the saints that I work with. There's plenty of other properties to Angelica plants, like protection, hexing. You could use them to draw in money, you could use them to draw in love, but their biggest thing is like the connection with angels and the divine. I've been getting a lot of flack as well for working with saints and working with, you know, the divinity, saying that I'm not allowed to do that, that a witch is not allowed to do that, that a witch cannot do that, that you're not a real witch, that you are a... Basically, somebody called me Derry Carpenter, saying that, you know, 1 minute you're fucking doing witchcraft on YouTube, and the next minute you're listening to Christian rock and fucking, you know, talking about God and angels and stuff like this. And I'm gonna be really honest with you. I love Christian rock, I do, and Christian dubstep, and, you know, the music resonates with me. And I work with the saints, I work with Mother Mary. I don't pray to Jesus, per se. You know, I do call upon, like I'll say, you know, our Lord and Savior. You know, I'll call on God, I'll call on Joseph, I'll call on Mary, I'll call on another saint that I'm working with. You know, I work with Psalms magic. And it's a part of my practice. I really love folk magic. I really feel that connection, you know, and you can't you can't say it's wrong when a saint or a patron saint reaches out to talk to you. I mean, are you going to tell hoodoo practitioners and, you know, voodoo practitioners of Haiti that, oh, working with the saints makes you a fake? You know, why can't people have the same level of respect? I'm going to put in a couple of these. I think these are the, yeah, these are the cardamom seeds. Now, I don't know their magical properties. Just gonna put that out there. I'm gonna grab the Scott Cunningham book because they might be in the Scott Cunningham book, but I don't know. So I'm gonna put in 3. Can I break these up with my hands? Not really. There we go. Now this incense is taking a while to make because I'm also chatting about things, so, and I'm really making sure that my intentions are in here to bring about cleansing, clarity, protection, breaking of curses, you know, guidance from the angels and the saints. Every time I talk about angels, the first thing that pops in my brain is those little old ladies who collect all those little angels and all that other stuff. And, is cardamom in here? There's castor. There's carrot. Oh no, here it is. Magical uses of cardamom is the ground seeds are added to warm wine for quick lust potion. They are also used to bake apple pies for wonderful aroma or amatory pastry and are added to love sachets. So it's used for lust and love. So okay. We can bring in some love and some lust. Some sexy fun times. Sexy fun times, sexy fun times. Gonna queef my Martha Stewart dust all over your goddamn kitchen table. Let us put a sprinkle of this on this herb, but I'm gonna move some of the stuff off of this coal. Oh, I really like the smell of that. Very earthy. I really, really like the smell of that. I'm gonna put in some bone set. Bone set's good for cursing, but I'm putting it in this particular case in order to send anything negative that's coming my way back to, you know, whoever. You know, I've noticed that after about, once I hit the 700 mark, a lot of people had started giving me a lot of opinions. We're gonna put some rosemary in here for some protection. Now I've got a huge thing of rosemary and she sent me this thing of rosemary. I wonder if this is from her garden. I love me some rosemary. I'm gonna put in about 2 pinches. Now I'm also gonna do something interesting. Is I'm gonna take a little bit of this incense and mix it in to this incense that I'm making as well. So I'm just gonna take, you know, a small pinch because I don't want to waste this incense. I'm gonna save this incense and burn it on special occasions. If she starts selling this incense in her shop, I'm gonna like, she's gonna be out of it in no time. I'm gonna be like, this is mine. Nobody else can have it. I'm putting in some patchouli resin. Just because I can. Well, let's put another little pinch of this on the coal. It smells so warm. I am going to put in a tiny bit more of the Syrian rue seeds mixture. Just because I've decided to make this into a bigger batch now. And I am going to put in, I was going to put in some copal. Do I want to put in some dragon's blood? Dragon's blood always adds potency, so I'm going to put in a little bit of dragon's blood. Oops. Let's just use the cap. I love using dragon's blood in everything. It's really funny though, because like one of my videos will go up and within probably, I'd say a good 5 minutes, I've got a few dislikes on it, and I'm just like, really? Really? Do you people have nothing better to do other than sit at your fucking computer screen and wait for me to upload something and then fucking go crazy? I don't know. So I'm just kind of mixing this incense around. I'm going to put in a little bit of birch leaf for added protection. Speaking of which, I've been doing a lot of protection magics. When I started talking with Tequila, you know, that also included talking with Wednesday, and I won't get into the specifics of anything specifically, but sometimes we'll do private Google Hangouts where we don't record them. And when I first started talking to them, there was a lot of spiritual activity over here. And I'm not saying they were sending spirits or anything. But there was a lot of spiritual activity, and it was a lot of energy that I wasn't used to dealing with. And so I really have been putting up a lot of protection, lots of bubbles, lots of just everything. And now I feel a lot more confident in dealing with other witches online because, you know, I still say that, you know, 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna do shit because you're all fucking talking no nothing. Now, Tequila and Wednesday aren't people I'd want to fuck with, but, you know, there are some people in this community who literally are nothing more than fucking talk and showboating and all this other stuff when they really don't do anything. They don't practice. Or if they do practice, it's like, okay, whatever. So I'm gonna put a little bit more of this incense on here. Oh, I really like that. It still smells very earthy, very centered, very focused, very cleansing. Now, I'm just putting the herbs that I've used off to the side so that I can write this down in my incense book. In season 4, which I'm planning but haven't started recording for yet, season 4 is from January 2018 to May of 2018. I'll probably start recording in the summertime. We're gonna go through a lot of my oils and a lot of my incense. Now, there is a book that I can show you. It's not the Book of Shadows, but there is a book I can show you, which is my incense and my oils recipe, because, you know, I make a lot of incense and I share with you guys how to make them and stuff like that. And with this one particularly, this book, it's got a lot, like there'll be a lot of videos on it. Lots and lots of content to come out of it. But we might not always be making the incense or the oil that's in the book, because I'll either already have it made or I don't need to make it at that particular point. But we'll see. I really do like this incense. Did I just like fucking... Okay. I thought like I like inhaled it like... I don't know. Anyways, until next time.